Hey everyone out there on YouTube Live, how y'all doing? Dave Boyd here, and it is a really late live stream. It's probably a very short one. Um, a lot of things happening, a lot of things going on, and I was like racing around going, oh my goodness, am I even going to be able to do it? But I said I'd do it every Saturday, and this is like an example of legalism because, it's kind of a strange thing, but what we got here is a Rancor I've been messing with, and I was painting some Chaos Marines the other day, or Chaos stuff for Warhammer, and I got thinking about making a little bit of Chaos looking stuff on a Rancor. There's a custom, what do you call it, Night Sisters figure out there on eBay. All Lego parts, Lego hood and stuff. Looks pretty good. But, I don't know. What do you think? Just running the chains and stuff. The skulls are probably a little too much, but it's kind of cool. I mean, I don't know. Kind of gives it a kind of a chaos look, especially with its green fingers. I wanted to sleeve this guy that way because that way I don't get mixed up with my ones that are, completely restored to the way they look. This gives them a little bit of personality, I think. Anyways, these are great models, great molds. And plus, he can help me decide when the trees are big enough for my Dathomir mock. Speaking of that, we got this Lego set one here, the Endor Speeder Chase. And we already know the trees are not big enough on this. And curious the way Lego made it with the trees getting cut off at the top. It works, but it's given me some ideas of how to expand side trees. And some of y'all out there sent me some comments and stuff that's really helped out on how to make the trees bigger, more my way. And there's like two ways to do it. There's a way that you end up with a really pretty massive tree, but straight, with big foliage. And then the other one, if you can stagger the bricks and use angles, you end up with kind of a more real looking tree, if for lack of a better word. It's not bad. It's not a bad looking tree. But the quote more real looking tree does have a more blocky look. I don't know. There's different ideas I have on how to make it look more natural, more like a real tree looks in real life. But that's where I'm at, and that's what I'm trying to get done here. So I'm gonna probably do that, and I mean, I could. The reason I thought the Night Sisters character would be cool is on Dathomir, they do ride the Rancors, so you could put the figure on. He's got loose arm, but that just adds to his mystique, right? Gives him personality. I took the two chains and I ran across back and linked it, but I don't think it's gonna work. I think I need to use longer chains, which I grabbed some off of, Bricklink or something. It's not a big deal. It's an eventual project. It's not something I'm gonna really be, get freaked out about. Yeah, more leaves, and that's exactly it. Lego definitely made it where they cut off the trees. In fact, if you look at the model, the bricks make it look like the tree's been like cut off and like bare wood is showing, which is kind of cool. And that, honestly, in another kind of mod, could be like really cool for like a battle scene or something where something tore through a tree. So I like this idea, but Lego, I think, did that so that focuses your attention downward into the foliage and into the speeders. Yeah, on the tree. I knew you didn't mean putting leaves on the Rancor. And if you had, I'd say, oh look, it's another troll comment. It's all cool. Yeah, I like what Lego did, like I said, and Lego has limitations. The dinosaur tail pieces for the branches are kind of interesting, and the way the trees are, yeah, there it is. My big clumsy hands. The way they did the bases and stuff, the way they lock in is pretty cool. Makes it a pretty solid build. And like I said, if you look through the bottom, you'll see it's a 2x2 build with the snots. And that's how Lego's able to kind of make the size more like a column. It's pretty cool. It works. What what I like about it is there's a lot of free reign on what you can do for plants from the bottom, and that's cool. That's really cool. Um, I know there's some great mocks there on eBay and stuff where people come up with for different ideas for trees. And I have sometimes thought about some of them are a lot very expensive. But I mean, they're buying the brick pieces and they're thinking up their own imagination. There's one guy's got a really nice looking tree. It's big. It's like 12 inches tall, which I know it's not huge, but it's good size. It's kind of a massive spread, and I almost thought about maybe buying something like that from an individual, and then seeing how he did it and seeing if I can adapt it. But what I'm doing right now is I'm just buying bricks. I'm looking at people's builds on YouTube and stuff and trying to add my own thing. But what I want is I want that tree to spread out, more natural like. Because a straight up and down tree, in fact, I did a couple of shorts on some ideas because I was sitting here just like doing this, doing that, letting the car warm up because it's like 8 degrees here. Pretty warm for summer temperatures, but not as warm as it could be, you understand. It's a container here. I was trying to figure out what was in there. Now I know. I'm a wiser person for that. Promise. But yeah, really sorry about the late live stream. I was really frantic and I was like, should I just post that's gonna be late? And then what's the point of that? And I know that if it's late for me, it's super late for everybody else. I gotta work early in the morning, so. Oh, it's like 8 degrees Fahrenheit above. That's good because the other day it was like 10 below. And like I said, spring weather, when the sun comes out during the day, it's gonna probably hit like high 20s, which is pretty good. But I mean, it's only March. When I was a kid, I was pretty depressed because we got a heavy snowfall, like probably a foot on May 22nd. I was pretty disappointed. The reason I know for sure because is like the day before my birthday, and I was like, yikes. But yeah, I'm, I'm having trouble getting focused with Lego stuff this year because I'm trying to build mock, and I feel like I'm spinning my wheels because I'm buying parts and pieces going, no, this isn't going to work. That's not going to work. What? Oh, yeah, yeah, it's pretty cold. What I like about this set here is I love these new leaves, and I was gonna buy one off a guy from eBay, and some people want a lot for them. Other people want, they got a lot of them for sale, but I didn't want to just buy a whole bunch and then realize I can't use them because I have been there. In fact, recently where are they? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I bought some bricks that I had an idea for, and I got them. I'm like, it's not going to work. And thankfully they're black, so I could use them for fillers if I need them. But okay, Maryland, yeah, this is Alaska up here. In fact, I did a short making a joke about Hoth because boy, it sure feels like it sometimes. And this winter's been intense. I mean, it's cold. A lot of snow, roof collapses. In fact, there's an old store that I didn't work there, but I used to work for the company that owned that store. And they didn't, it's a flat top roof, and it's full of like it's a audio equipment car theft place. And their roof fell in, and you could see all those cars are still in there. It's like, ooh boy. And the city of Anchorage, I don't live in Anchorage, I have to commute, but in Anchorage, they published in the paper, hey, these kind of roofs, and they even put addresses of places that they felt were, and this place was listed in the paper. So it's like, man, you call your insurance company and say, yeah, and they go say, the city told you to remove that snow twice. So it's not going to cut that check, I'm pretty sure. I've never sold insurance, but I know I've been denied insurance after something bad happened. So I'm like, not bad in a health way, but as equipment, something got broken, and I think we've all had like cell phone, insurance on your cell phone. Oh yeah, we'll replace it. Well, then 3 years later, my case is almost a little over 3 years. Oh, we don't make that model anymore. Well, yeah, but we can give you $100 toward a new one, like $1,000 device or what it was. I'm like, no, thank you. I ended up going off on eBay. I found a used phone that was same carrier as our local one up here. So apparently been in Alaska one time. And the guy cut me a really good deal, as in like $75 for it. It wasn't a crazy, I think it's 128 megabytes. It's pretty good. It wasn't cracked, and I had some scratches on it, but it wasn't, no broken glass. It was an iPhone XR. It was some weird blue color, but that's okay. I put a case on it anyway, so it was fine. And I rocked that thing for a while. And then we end up on this one, which is an iPhone. I think it's a 14. I don't know. Hey, how you doing? We're just doing the live stream because I promise I want to do it every Saturday, and I hate messing up when I've said something, but I was on post on the community tab, and so we're talking about trees and Lego builds and sitting here playing with this knife that came from a thrift store, which surprisingly I've been using it a lot, and it seems to be holding up pretty good. Oh, you have iPhone 12? Yeah, those are pretty cool. I like that brickiness. To be honest, I'm kind of weird. I still got an iPhone 10X, I think it is. X Max. It's in a case. Everything I got is in cases. Anyways, it's I personally like that little bit thinner feeling of them actually, but all the iPhones are pretty good though. I still have my somewhere around here. I'm sure it's long dead, but you could probably still charge that old iPhone 4. That was the first of those kind of bricky things. But yeah, I'm just gonna do a short stream so I can just hit the hay, really push your button up and by. Try to make it to 20 minutes if we can. But I finally finished that one set. I was going to do another panel for my Star Destroyer and find out how many more pieces I'm missing, and I got a CIS. Yeah, the one leaf piece, yeah. They're pretty good. I like that leaf piece. I like the little 3-leaf ones, and the little 3-leaf that has a peg that you can put in the top is cool. And these fronds, these things are pretty cool. And Lego's really included a lot of all these different pieces, and allows you to kind of custom do the bottom. Plus, yeah. Yeah, I did remember the 1-leaf piece. Thank you. Could use a 2x2 piece, I guess. Basically, that's what Lego's done. It's basically like using 2x2 bricks, but they've used this upright snots, put them together, and then countered them so that they lock together. Huh? Leaf on each side. That would work. I know I was experimenting with the leaf pieces, the fern-looking leaf pieces, with 1x1 cylinders, and it's not bad, but it looks too straight, too skinny or something. Usually, like, you see bamboo, or up here we don't have bamboo, but we have brush. We've got like little alder trees, and they're kind of jointed like that, but they're always all crooked and stuff because of that. But yeah, the leaf on each stud would be good. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. What do I got here? What is a schedule for work? Oh yeah, like these. I don't have any leaf pieces. I got this 1-leaf piece here left. And this stuff works good for ground foliage too. A lot of things you can do. But that's the thing about the Lego MOC building, and I watched a few different channels on that, and the people always ask me like, why are the MOCs I do so tiny? Because you wouldn't believe how many pieces. Like in this little Lego set here, I think there's like 3 bags where they had like different leaf pieces and stuff. But yeah, these things work pretty good. I like the tree leaves. I mean, that thing is really coming a long way. And one thing is, like, if you collect a whole bunch of tree leaves and grass type pieces, you can do a lot of different mocks based on, something with foliage. And I'm collecting the dark orange for Geonosis, but the problem with dark orange is a little bit limited what you can do with it. I mean, it's a great stuff, but I ordered some arches from a guy. I finally talked to a guy and do some of the little arches. So I was going to try to do the little cavern looks and do for a couple of the zombies, and then I'm going to probably use nougat and dark orange to do the small base plate for Geonosian Arena, and just do maybe the landing of the gunship and maybe a couple of guys. I'm not sure. That'll be, but that won't stay built though. But the little cavern one, I might leave it built because I'm having a tough time finding dark orange. Originally I was going to make it like a big, well, big for me, maybe like a 4x4 plate. But I don't know if I can even find many pieces in a reasonable amount of time. But I'm building this. I got another zombie Geonosian coming from Flea Bay, and I found some axles I need for a CIS tank out of France, and they just left France, so I don't even know when it's going to get here. I'm not worried about it, though. I mean, it's all right. It is what it is. It's fine. It's all good. But yeah, Lego's really cool, and I've been working on my little buddy here, and I got a message from Mercari, so I don't know if anyone here uses Mercari. I shouldn't say it's dead. I'm not going to say that about it. It's kind of mean, but they've been sending all these offers and things, trying to get me to go back, and I've sold a few things on it, but I found a dude selling genuine Lego skulls, so I put some skulls on here. I had a few laying around, but I had to steal one of these for one of my undead castle characters, the guys that had the shields. So, yeah. But I'm not sure if I'm going to go follow that much more. Yeah, the wings are very cool. I do like those. I know where I got started on the zombies is a guy sold me one. It had the zombie wings on the non-zombie guy, and I left the wings off because I needed a palette anyways. And then found a zombie that didn't have the wings and put it together. I'm like, it's pretty cool mold actually. It's pretty, and it's a very spooky episode from the Clone Wars too. So, but yeah, I don't know how many guys you would want in a zombie squad. I don't know how to come up with that number, but maybe do like, I don't know, 10 of them maybe? I don't know. Oh, get notified from Apple about something. Maybe another update that'll mess things up on my phone. Who knows? But yeah. Kind of wish I had internet here, but we got this, so it's LTE. Oh, that's what it was. It's probably them letting me know that I'm already over my minutes or my internet for the month. Probably, literally, like beginning of the month, the bill cycle. I do like one live stream, and I've already got all these emails telling me to hey, cool it. We're gonna have to start throttling you. I'm like, wow. But hey, it's okay. These are like first world problems. But I'm looking forward to some of the sets coming out, and most of them will try to concentrate on mocks, and I feel so disorganized because I feel like I'm just getting little bits of this and that and not enough. I need to be more focused, and so to keep from going like, feeling like I'm just doing nothing, I'm building a couple of AATs, and I'd like to I'm going to continue working on that army. Got the zombie army coming up, and I'll probably add to Horn Company, which are the green clones, because they were the smallest group since they were on a starship, and I think like 200. I mean, that's a lot of minifigures. I'm not planning on getting 200, but what I'm saying is, the rest of them, you could take on have thousands, and you wouldn't have the whole force, but 200, doable. On that note, I believe 550 Gungans were killed on the Greenfields battle. I guess you could do a laying down army of the Guggans, but they're pretty cool figures. I like them too. I'm definitely kind of stuck in the Naboo thing. I wouldn't mind maybe doing another MTT, but yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. I definitely like the prequels, at least for the Lego side of things. Obviously, the hallway scene with the shootout with the rebel troops, that will always hold a special place for me because, I was like 5 years old when I saw that, and it's not just a movie for me. I mean, it's tied with the popcorn that was in the theaters back then and all the other stuff. It's kind of funny. But yeah. Yeah, there's an old, my other channel talk about, pew pews, and I went to an old shop that's been there. They opened, I mean, they're so old there, but they still got like old stock from like the 80s there, and it's kind of cool. A little memory lane. But yeah, definitely feel really, really pumped up about doing the trees and stuff. I want to just get some energy going, make some more different trees. I've got some ideas for bushes. I did try to use a little 3-leaf, these things. Oh, I broke it. Anyways, I did use like these leaves here and put the cone pieces in, and that has been pretty effective. I kind of like the effect of that. That's actually was pretty good, I thought. Pretty effective way of doing stuff, and pretty cool actually. So I try that, and the fern leaves. I wish that little piece they make for the superheroes and stuff where they're jumping, that I might be able to use that to kind of put some bandage in a tree. I'm not sure though. What? Yeah, more tree leaves. It needs to be bushed out. No, it's absolutely true. Well, I don't pick on Lego here, but I know that Lego went for that cutoff look to focus your attention here. And I like the fact that this looks like the trees are broken off. But the trees, they need to be leafier. There needs to be more bushiness. The branches need to come out a little further. And I know that they went with this look to create a more flexible tree. And there's nothing on the back of this one, which is fine, it's a back, but the biggest thing about trees, and they did get this right, one is taller than the other, but the trees, should be like up to here, I think, or even taller. And then the branches would have to come all the way out. You couldn't do it on the space set. You need like a double wide base set. Oh, hey, how you doing? But yeah, the leaves, and I think that maybe that's something I'm going to probably do on my custom tree, is I'm going to go way out on the leaves, branches. I got some of those arch pieces, and they work. And I think that, I just thought about it, but I think that's the problem, one of the problems I'm running into. And I just thought about, if I use the same technique throughout the whole tree, that's where my trap is. If I mix up things, maybe use some of these dinosaur pieces like they did, and some of the angles, some hinge plates to drop the leaves a little bit, that might be a good effect. Those hinge plates, though, I don't think they make a solid reddish brown. I think half of it's reddish brown and half of it's black, which probably is not a big deal, but pull this thing in. Yeah, Lego's idea, sometimes their execution seems a bit short. I mean, and ultimately it's because we've seen Lego greatness. And we know that the pieces are there, or they can make a couple pieces And then when it comes out, you're like, oh, yeah, it's cool. Oh, $80. I mean, you see all those botanical sets, little cactus or cacti, and you like the bonsai tree. Now, there's an idea. The bonsai tree. Mm-hmm. And the big tree stump on the back of the Yoda's build where the Dagobah with the edge of the X-Wing sticking out. So there are ways to make the tree look more organic, more bent and hunched. And I think you're right. The more leaves. Also, leaves will help block out that blocky Lego look, I think. And that's definitely what I'm shooting for. Thank you very much, actually. And then, of course, there you are looking at all these great pieces and seeing you go, oh my goodness, I'm almost $100 already or whatever. It's like, oh, jeez, And I just got to be patient and, went to the tax people again today to finish up on the tax stuff. So we'll see. But this is what I love about this community is it's just people got ideas because, here it is. I just go to work. I work like 70 hours a week and just stuck at work all the time. Come here and stuck in my own thoughts. And frankly, sometimes you just don't have the imagination. Someone else can come in from outside and go, oh yeah, if you do this or do that, it'll look better. And that's what is so amazing about this community is everyone is here like-minded. Everyone has different valid ideas and thoughts. And the thing about mock building is someone was calling where you don't use the base plate, but you just stack corners. It's a freestyle. And he said it's really without borders. And I thought, that doesn't mean just literally. It means your mind too. It's without borders. There's no wrong direction. All thoughts are valid. Some may not work. And there's no harm in sitting down there and getting to a point and going, you know what? I don't like the execution here. It's just not doing it. Scratch it off. No problem. Oh hey, how you doing? But yeah, it's definitely I love the escape from Lego, and sometimes I've said this many times before, but sometimes I find I need to escape from Lego with Lego. Like I'll be sitting there and doing something and it's just not looking right, it's not working, and you can feel a little bit of frustration starting, and you're like, you know what? It's time to do something else. And maybe it's going to work on another set or whatever. Hey, yep, how you doing? That's good to hear. Like I know mixing up the different colors of green really helps, and that's one thing Lego did pretty good here. And you could literally take like these Lego leaf pieces here, and because they've got studs, you could put the grass pieces there, creating a more that might not be bad. I don't know if that would work for a tree though. If you just use the arches, the leaves end up flat. If you put a hinge piece, you can put a little droop to them. Anyways, I'm trying to set aside a box just for like tree stuff. Favorite set, it still is probably 7662, 2007 MTT. Play value, incorporated smaller sets within it as a little speeder or the other parts. I think the Lego's I think it's a 10 out of 10. I really love the 7662. It's 2007. There's an example right there. We know how Lego gets. We know how great some of their sets are. And sometimes it feels like you're going, Lego, you made this great, awesome set, and then you sat on your hands, and you a few years later released something that it's just not doing it. And the biggest thing is Lego's not cheap. In fact, it's like these things here. I saved this box so I don't forget it. I did open this one up, so it's open, but it's like these things. I only could find one store where you had these, and they sold out. But I opened some of these on stream and or maybe on a video, and I really like the Triceratops guy. He looks really good. Some of the other figures are pretty nice too, but I don't appreciate that packaging very much. Oh hey, how you doing? Oh, Technic Bugatti. Yes, I've seen it. Our local hobby shop. Well, local, 90 miles away, south for me, but they got a lot of the Technic sets, and they got some of the construction ones, which I didn't realize were motorized. Sometimes, especially in Lego, it's easy to get blinders on and just see Star Wars or just see Ninjago or in the old days, Chima maybe, Agents, Pirates. I mean, they've had so much greatness. And I understand that Lego they can't bring greatness to all the sets. 2 to 3 hours build, that's pretty good. But Star Wars is a franchise. And Star Wars, more people than who are just into Lego are going to be seeing it. So I think, in my criticism, Lego would do really good to stay more true to Star Wars and what's on the screen. Now, granted, sometimes they probably get technical data, and those things never even make it in the movie. Specifically talking about, was it The Rise of Skywalker? One of the walkers or one of the speeders wasn't even, it's like in the background, and then there's a whole scene with, I think it might be the Skywalker, the heavy Skywalker. And Lego had the technical things from the film, but it was never actually used in the film, at least not with the theatrical release anyways. The AT-AT is really nice. Oh, thanks for the comment about the mustache. Yeah, I've had it for a while. It's all gray now. But yeah, I like the AT-AT, definitely. I actually put some out in the snow this winter. It was kind of fun. The motorized AT-AT. No, it's still not my favorite set, but it is a pretty cool feature. I mean, that's hard to beat that the head turns. It really is neat. And I would like to get the UCS one, but right now I'm still struggling with the Star Destroyer that was, aka, missing a few pieces. And yeah, it's definitely missing a few pieces. But that's okay though. That's part of the fun. I really do enjoy sometimes putting sets together, just piecing them back together. Yeah, the Falcon. I just saw that new mid-scale one, the anniversary one. I guess they had it early at one of the stores, but I was in between shifts at work. And I couldn't take the time, but I got plenty of time to get it. And I did pick up a funny model on the side, and that may allow me to build a mock, but it'll be more like a building. You'll understand more when the set comes in. It's coming from somewhere, and they apparently sent it on the back of a turtle because it's been in the mail for almost a month now. So I guess it's walking its way to Alaska. There you have it. But what I love about Lego is there's so much for everybody. Like, I really like the headless ATST, and everybody thinks I'm always trolling about that, but I really enjoy that set a lot more than I ever thought I should have. And I think the biggest thing is the price. Had it been sold for less than a complete one, people would say, okay, yeah, it's missing the heads, that's why it's cheaper. That's not really how it works, but I think it just helps. Let's see. Tiny screen here. Wow, on display, huh? We don't really have Lego stores here. We got Target. Target has probably the only one that really has Lego on display. Sometimes these pop-up stores open up in the old mall, and they'll have like a whole bunch of like old obsolete sets. And originally, I wanted to get sets from there, but it's kind of like torture. It's because usually the prices are really high, and you're seeing stuff that you can't really just start buying, or whatever. Yeah, actually not just America, but up here in Alaska. So it's been kind of cold. It's about 8 degrees Fahrenheit right now, which it's okay. Yeah, the headless ATST. You can Google it up there. It's pretty cool set actually. I don't know if this one has eBay on here or not. I guess it doesn't have to have eBay, does it? I can just go to Safari. Oh my goodness, what a mess. Is that what I was looking up last time? Car repair. Okay. Lego. I'll just put in Star Wars. And here I am on stream and doing something totally different. But I just got to show this because if people don't know about this one, I think it's kind of a fun set. I really liked it. But it's probably not for everyone, without a doubt. Okay. It's from StockX. That's great. Oh, come on, man. Here we are. Ooh, it's all up to $70 now? No way. Anyways, here's a picture of it. There's the box art. You can see the headless. It's got BB-8 and Captain Phasma, Finn, and Rose, of course. It just, it's kind of sad because that movie line was not, shall we say, well received. The sets also suffered because of it. Oh, United Kingdom, okay. Well, according to this on the eBay, there's a guy that's got a sealed set for $69.99 free shipping, but that's probably just in the US. But I mean, I bought my set for $39. And I'm going, that's kind of cool, and people are laughing at me like coworkers at work, like, oh, are you kidding? And then I go all over the internet and people are still like, oh my goodness, oh, you're so stupid if you like the set. I'm going, I like it. I'm sorry. I guess I'm not cool. I like it. But for different reasons. Like, I liked it because, like I just said, Lego made it accurate to the movie. It was a scene in the movie. But England's not as bad as they say. I was in England years ago, like 1976. Somewhere there in North London, my aunt and uncle had a house. Actually, I really like the oak trees and the acorns. I like the castle and stuff. I remember, I was there more like a tourist. I was there for a whole summer, but I really liked like the stone bridges and the old stone walls and the big fields. It's pretty cool. I kind of like the traffic noise in England and the little Mini Coopers and stuff. That's the memories I have. But that was 1976. That's God, almost half a century ago. Yikes. But here in Anchorage, people say, "Oh, you were dumb as a kid. You rode a bicycle and down, Tudor Road." I'm like, it was a dirt road. It's literally a gravel road. They pour oil and keep the dust down. Now it's, a 4-lane highway. Still, it's not as big as it could be, but anyways, you have that. Yeah, the Mini Coopers. Also, those little black taxi cabs. I always thought those things were cool. Yeah. But yeah, they're definitely in similar UK. In fact, the new version of the Mini Cooper, some of them have the Union Jack on the tail lights are up on the roof. It's kind of cool. Oh my goodness, really appreciate everybody dropping by. I'm gonna probably end the stream in just a matter of minutes because I gotta hit the hay and get up here in a few hours and go do 11 hours of driving, and then probably get forced to come in the morning. But that's okay though. That's my money for buying Lego, and Lego is definitely my escape from that. Oh yeah, the double deckers. We used to have those up here in Anchorage in the early '80s. And people ask me, why don't you have any of those Lego bus sets out? I said, well, because Lego's my escape. Take care, man. Yeah, thanks for the wishes or well wishes. Lego's my escape. That's why I don't have any don't do a lot with the Lego buses. That's why. And it was really appreciate. Big thank you to everyone, especially the tips for the trees and stuff. Tag the videos or whatever. Let me know what you guys are building, what you're working on, and y'all stay safe. Yeah, take care, y'all. Really appreciate it. Great community. Till next time. Ciao. What? Oh, bye. See you guys. Have a good one. Ciao.